Mad Dog, Magwitch, representing the TWO and the GEW. And we're getting a little bark from the background. We got fans here. Deke's a huge fan of the Mad Dog. He's like, Mad Dog, roo, roo, roo. That's all Deke's saying. Mad Dog, we've been wanting to get together, and I know the video. I'll actually probably edit the video into prior to us talking, this part that starts right here. But one of the things we were going to talk about is streamer etiquette, and I figured we talk about that, and then we'll roll right into what's going on tonight, and then what's going on for Royal Rumble. Sound Gucci?
Yep, sounds good.
No, does it sound Gucci?
Gucci
Gang. I'm going to continue to use terms like cake and Gucci, and we'll get you Americanized until I can't stand you, just like myself. It'll be perfect. So the video that you were talking about, did you want to go ahead and prefix it and kind of ask me your question?
Yeah, so obviously this happened a couple of weeks back, and we were going to discuss it, but obviously just things have got in the way, and we've not been able to kind of do it. But I can't remember the guy, and he doesn't deserve like any kind of promotion, but I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. The guy that was on the stream, and he basically, the way I interpreted it was he asked this like person that was a subscriber of his, like, where have you been, sort of thing, like as if to say, why have you been missing my streams? That was the way I kind of interpreted it.
I heard that tone in it too. I agree. Yeah, he kind of.
Yeah. And the girl, she said, somebody in my family died. I think it was our grandmother or our mum. I can't remember who.
Yeah.
But anyway, he then like just shot her down and was like, oh, you can't trauma dump on my stream. That's not the response you do. And all this nonsense. And he came across as like the biggest arsehole I've ever seen in my life. And it was just like, he was such an obnoxious dick. And the thing that really got me was, right, so this person like was a subscriber of his.
Yeah.
So they're the reason that he's able to keep streaming and keep doing what he's doing, right? And then just to like this person, all this, they were answering the question. The person said, where have you been? Like, oh, well, my such and such died in my family, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, you don't answer that, and you don't do that. And what really got to me was, obviously I've worked for like the health service here in Scotland, and I still work in a certain aspect. I've got a different role now. It's not quite the same, and I've suffered from with my mental health. A couple of years back, I was really in a low place, and I know how important it is to like speak out and tell people that you're struggling.
Yeah. 100%.
And what got to me was, right? How does that idiot not know that like he could have been the only person this person's reached out to and kind of said, well, and they've opened up and said, well, such and such, and all that person needed to do in that point of view was say, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm sorry for your loss. Like, we're here for you.
Yeah.
And if they're not comfortable doing that, just listen. Just be kind. Just listen. And then they'll say, look, I'm not experienced in dealing with this, or sorry, I'm not comfortable in giving like
advice.
Say, but please reach out to these professionals.
Yeah.
Like there's certain people you can reach out to and speak to, and it's good that you're talking about it and you're opening up about it, and it's good. That's all I need to do. But instead, that guy was such a dick. Like, it was just like, and then it got me thinking like about my own stream. I always promote the thing, and I know I'm probably like I'm like a minnow compared to probably even what that guy was with his numbers or whatever, right?
Okay.
But my point being is, my stream's open to all.
Yeah.
If you're having a shit day, and you want to talk about it, talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a professional either. I'm not mental health trained. I'm more medically trained. But if you want to talk to me, and I'll try and help in any way I can.
I agree.
But it just got me thinking, like, what kind of etiquette is that for a streamer?
Well,
I mean, he wasn't even like a Twitch partner or anything. He was just a probably an average streamer.
Yeah.
Good sub count. Blah blah blah.
I saw the dude, and I've actually I have kind of an opinion on it. As far as I agree with what you're saying. Also, I think that our question and our topic was like streamer etiquette, right? And so, from my point of view, I watched that video, and first and foremost, I agree with every single thing you said. The guy's a douchebag. I also am kind of a weirdo in the sense that when people are doing really douchey stuff, I don't find excuses, but I kind of try to like, dude, what the hell is like wrong with you? Because it was just outwardly, and I actually try to answer that question. The guy seemed really anxious. The guy seemed like he was almost like started a joke and got a couple of people giggling in the chat and kept going down that road, which it's not okay, especially for the topic. But since we're having these conversations, we don't get a chance to do it a lot. One of the things I will say, for me, my opinion on streamer etiquette is he handled it completely wrong. I think that that's more of a mental health etiquette than streamer etiquette, though. And I'll say, and here's why I'll say this, is because I will always be the guy that if somebody comes in and is like, bro, I'm having a bad day, we'll be like, hey, I'm sorry you're feeling that way. I hope you reach out to somebody. If it's me and you want to talk to me, please hit me up in my DMs. What that guy didn't allow for a conversation to happen because of his douchebaggery was that there are times where people can understand a middle ground and basically be like, reach out to me in my DMs. And it's not because I don't want to talk to you about it. It's because when I'm getting shot at by this video game and I got this thing going on and that thing going on, then ideally I'm not going to be able to give you my full attention to your problem. And it's going to come off really disingenuous. And so I almost don't do it. There's times where I'll come in and be like, hey man, I hope your day can get better. But if you want to talk about it more, hit me up in the DMs. And now if somebody's at their wit's end, fuck the DMs. You know what I mean? Like go ahead and talk to me, do whatever. And I'm not saying it like that. But the thing that is frustrating, and that guy doesn't deserve any accreditation for it or anything. The thing that does sometimes hurt is when you're the guy that's always like, please talk to me about your problems. There's some people that refuse to DM you like small issues, and they start like taking some issues that aren't people's like losing their loved one. That's a no matter what's going on, you drop everything and you care. But there's a lot of people who, the word that guy said when he says like emotional dump in my chat, there's people who I think do that, but it's not because someone passed away. Like that's, do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm saying that his complaint could be a valid one, but in his scenario, it was not a valid one in any way, shape, or form. Like,
no, and what got to me was he went, "There's only two valid responses."
Yeah,
I'm doing good.
That pissed me off.
Or I'll get there. It's like, who the fuck are you?
To literally tell people they got like 2 working emotes in their life to tell them how their life is? Yeah, and I agree. I would be remiss if I didn't say that sometimes when I'm streaming and somebody's like, man, I really don't like this video game. And I'm like, that sucks, man. I hope the video game gets better. Like, that's a whole different scenario. But that's when the person will like start going on and put like a paragraph to a page in the chat about, I had this bad round and this, that, and the other. And I don't even really mind about that. But what I would say is, if you're a person who streams and is someone who comes into chat, then this conversation, I think you'll understand a little bit better, because streamers are people too. And that dude doesn't deserve like to be treated bad or good based off really anything that he does. I'm not into like being the same ugly back to him. But the truth of the matter is I've had a lot of people that know that when they come into my stream, and you might have this happen at some point if you haven't, that I'm trying my hardest to make sure to be accommodating to them, and there's people that take that beyond.